Ladies and gentlemen, from the bowels of the Shaw Building out in beautiful, glorious White Ridge, Winnipeg, it's time for the news. Manitoba Public Insurance unveiled yet another specialty license plate in support of the Winnipeg Humane Society. This adds to the 5 sports team themed plates already offered, along with fishing and veterans plates. Soon to be revealed are plates for anyone who's ever shopped at McGavin's Bakery, a plate for people who are extras in Capote, and the hardest to come by, licensed drivers in Manitoba. Former CFL kicker and current middle-aged man with a ponytail, Troy Westwood, publicly announced his disdain towards Winnipeg Jet Andrew Ladd for missing a game for the birth of his daughter. "It's ridiculous," fumed Westwood. "If he was committed to the team, he would have shown up and blown the game like I used to." After hearing Westwood's comments, Ladd responded by saying, "Who the hell is Troy Westwood?" Happy news this week. A family's reunited in Winnipeg 3 years after fleeing Iraq. When the father was asked how he escaped Iraq, his answer was simple. "How did I get out of Iraq? I ran." Proving that dad jokes are an international phenomenon. Last week, Canadian celebrities and musical talents of all kinds flocked to Winnipeg for this year's Juno Fest. Here now with some celebrity sightings is our Week Thus Far celeb spotter and fashion correspondent, Calvin Zicki.
Hello, Daniel. You look gorgeous.
Oh.
I love what you're doing with your... Well, anyways.
Thank
Yes.
you. That's great, Calvin.
Oh, yes. Well, last week I was in Canuck celeb heaven. The Junos were a smash.
Well, I heard you brought some pictures of celebrities that you were seeing around Winnipeg.
Oh, yes, indeed I did. Let's start with those sassy sisters, those darling pixies, Tegan and Sarah. This is them. Oh, look at those colors. They just look divine. I spotted them heading to the lounge at the Fort Garry Hotel. "Hey, save me a seat, ladies." Oh, I'm so glad they're twins. So if one dies, we got a backup.
Oh, no. I don't know if that's how that works. Are you sure that's
Oh,
actually...
next we got rapper Classified. Here we see him releasing his inner ninja on the red carpet in a seriously fierce coat.
I can't help but notice that the photographs aren't the clearest, and you can't really tell who's in them.
Oh. Well, there is no mistaking this lady in the next picture. She helped co-host the Junos. That's right, it's Serena Ryder, the little lady with the big voice. She's seen here leaving her hotel room for the ceremonies in some sexy boots. "You better stomp on your feet, girl, or you'll be late." That's from a song, Daniel.
I don't know if that looked like any of the celebrities, but it sure did look a lot like Winnipeg, so perhaps there was some
From
merit
the
there.
red carpet to the Week Thus Far, this is Calvin Zicki saying, boop.
All right. Calvin Zicki, everybody. Yeah. He had a lovely tie. Canadian astronaut Chris Hadfield stated that his greatest fear while preparing to launch was that he would not enjoy space. Now his greatest fear is that people will get sick of him talking about space. "We get it, Hadfield. You're on Earth now. Get over yourself." Father Joe Leclerc, a popular Ottawa priest, has been jailed for a year after stealing $130,000 from his church to fuel a massive gambling addiction. Upon entering jail, an inmate yelled at the priest, "Do you know what happens to guys like you in prison?" To which the priest replied, "Do you know what happens to boys like you in church?" I think you'll be fine. A Canadian man has been going on a beer-only diet for Lent. After 22 days on the diet, the man was quoted as saying, "Fuck you! You're not my brother! Where's my brother? He owes me $8. He looks like me, but with $8 more bucks." The unemployment rate in France reached a record high last week, resulting in French pawn shops having a surplus of striped shirts and accordions. The website Pinterest was hacked this past week, replacing many photos of vintage steamer trunks and embroidered pillows with photos of fully clothed butts. The website is working diligently to repair the site, though it will be impossible to know the extent of the damage done by the hack until we find out how many butt-themed centerpieces appear this wedding season. Hardest hit by this hack right now, however, is Marge in Accounts Payable, whose page of Bible-themed cat sweaters has been all but wiped out. Gwyneth Paltrow, the woman we all want to be, announced on her fashion blog her relationship with musician Chris Martin has ended, or as she put it, they had a conscious uncoupling. Cold play, Gwyneth. Cold play. Russia sees Ukraine's elite combat dolphin unit. Canada's responded by weaponizing our prairie dogs. Guys, this war is going to be adorable. Paul Ryan, reacting to a series of accusations of dog whistle racism, recently told Fox News host Bill O'Reilly that he does not have a racist bone in his body. He did, however, acknowledge having an awful lot of racist thoughts in his head. And setting a new standard for fashion oppression, all North Korean men are now being forced to sport a Kim Jong-un style haircut. When asked his opinion, a North Korean man stated, "It may seem bad to an outsider, but most men aren't complaining. The alternative would be to get the state-mandated female haircut." And that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with Donovan Robinson.